Hey guys, Tammy Roussel from Mitsy Kit. Today we're going over the Overcast stitch to put our fleece pillow kit together. You should have two 13 by 13 inch fleece squares, and there should be pre-drilled holes around all the perimeters, 4 sides of the square. And these holes are bordered by tactile paint to help someone who's blind or visually impaired. You'll notice that you have a set of 4 ribbon strands and a plastic needle. Remove the elastic and take one of these strands and lace it through the eye of your plastic needle, which is fairly large. So for those who are blind or visually impaired, just feel the hole and guide the end of the ribbon through the plastic needle, just leaving about a 2-inch tail. Pinch the end of the plastic needle and the ribbon so that you can hold it securely and keep the ribbon from falling through. You'll notice on the corner of your pillowcase that there are labels which indicate to point your needle top down through the hole and pull the ribbon so that there's about a 6-inch tail. I use a paper template that's 6 inches to compare to the tail on top of the fleece pillow after I've pulled the ribbon through. Then just tuck that right under one of those plastic clips on the corner. Now, as the name implies, the Overcast stitch goes over the top of the pillow, and then you're going to point your needle back down through your next hole. If you're visually impaired, feel where your ribbon last came up and edge your fingers over toward the right to get to your next set of holes. And I lost my ribbon, so I have to relace it and try again. Don't put your ribbon tail to the right as you're lacing because you could create a knot. So keep the tail to the left, and then again move your fingers across the top to feel the next set of holes and point your needle top down through again. So you're continuing this process, going top down through each hole until you get to the next to the last hole in the corner. So we'll continue this process. It creates a beautiful overcast stitch over the edge of the pillow casing. Okay, so we're getting close. We're going to lace through the next to the last hole, and then in the corner hole we're going to go up through the bottom of the hole to the top, pulling the ribbon on top and leaving the tail on top of the fleece. Now lace your next ribbon through the needle, and you're going to point your needle down through the same hole that last ribbon tail came up through. Go down and make the ribbon tail about the same as the one you just pulled up, and again tuck it under a plastic clip, and repeat what we did on the last side, bringing your ribbon over the top edge and down through each hole. So we're going to do, as you are noticing, we're doing 1 ribbon per side. We're going to finish this side in the next to the last hole toward the corner, and then once again go up through the back in the corner hole so that the ribbon tail stays on the top. Relace another ribbon through your needle. Go down through the corner where the last ribbon tail came up, and size up your tails to be about equal, and you're going to lace up your third side of your pillow kit. Some people like to straighten out the ribbon as they go. It's not necessary, but if you like to do that, you can just finagle the ribbon a little bit with your fingers to make it straight. Okay, and we're nearing the next to the last hole again on the third side. I'm going to come up through the back in the corner hole again to leave the tail on top. Now we have 2 intersecting ribbons on the top, so we're going to double knot those. Keep them nice and secure. And then we are going to remove the plastic clips. You should have 8 of them, 2 on each corner, because we're going to use those in the final step. Now take your pillow insert that was included and stuff it into the pillowcase through the open side. I like to put my hand around the middle of the pillow insert to grasp it. Push it in and tuck the corners in tightly. And then, in order to make it easier to lace that final side, you're going to tuck the pillow in on that final open side and use your plastic clips to secure this open end, aligning the holes, the top and on the top and the bottom, using your fingers, feeling those tactile holes. So make sure those tactile holes are lining up. Use your plastic clips and clip them about every 2 to 3 holes. And this is going to make it easier for us to lace that final side with the pillow already in. Just a couple more. All right, now lace your plastic needle again with the last ribbon. And you're going to start in the corner hole where one of the tails came up through. Match up the tail size again. Clip it under, and now proceed to do the overcast stitch on this final side. Make sure to line up those holes well using your fingers. Sometimes they'll shift a little because of the pillow insert, but just if you use, again, your index finger and your thumb to line them up, you can feel and make sure that you're getting through both the top and bottom layers. And we're almost done. Keep lacing over the top again until we get to the next to the last hole from the corner. Repeating the process. You can remove those plastic clips as you go, and then come up through the last hole right next to the other tail, and you should have 2 other tails that you can now double knot. Make sure you've removed all of your plastic clips and the labels that are on the corners of your pillowcase. And you can tie some pretty bows in each corner if you desire. Once you've done this, if your tails are a little bit uneven or frayed, just use your scissors to clip them off and even them out. And there you have it, your beautiful fleece